Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Just got a quick little update here on this file knife. I decided I'm just going to go with a nice poker style. Figure that'll work out the best. Haven't decided on the grind I'm going to do. Probably won't be able, if I'm this thin down here, to really get much of a grind. It may just start out as just having a blade, but I'd like to get some of this down into a hollow grind or something, maybe a flat grind. That's probably what it'll end up. Might have to see what I do with this tip. Probably have to do some adjusting on it to make it work. Gonna put a little choil on here for sharpening, and not my finger really, because it just always bothers me when you have an edge right up here. And I'm sure it's not going to be this big, because like I said, everything's still changing and a work in progress. But I did definitely want to go with something that was pokey for some reason. I don't know why. I mean, the handle, really haven't decided on that yet, and I don't want to say too much because on one of my updates I did mention something I'd like to try, and then, well, today I was watching something and man, there was what I wanted to try. I'm sure they already had it done and I didn't know, but just in case, if I come up with a good idea and somebody that's better than me can get to it, you know, I want to have time to try to get to it first. Still got some takeoff here. I mean, once it's off, it is going to be a stabby knife. Try to get just as sharp and as thin as I can down here, because I'd like for it to have a good sharp blade, but not so thin that it's going to take a lot to maintain or not hold an edge good, because I just don't think that would be a very good idea. I like for the edge to really hold up some. So I mean, I don't need it to shave or anything, just cut good. But the handle, I mean, right now actually feels pretty good. If I rounded everything over, you know, it'd be all right, but that's not what I want to do. I do have some epoxy resin that, you know, I have different pigments to mix in it, some golds and coppers and blues. I know that when last time I mixed up the copper, it really looked good. It really shined outside, so that's an option. But I just don't know how it would look with silver. Probably gonna run into a lot of troubles finishing up, but I am gonna finish out the blade, get that all at least, you know, how I want it, and then come back, put a couple holes back here to attach my scales with. You know, I am going to leave the file marks. It's pretty grippy. I might still do some jibbing up here. I haven't decided. Thought I might get away with not doing it, but I think it would look better with some jibbing up here. The handle seems to be a little longer than the blade, but that's really not a concern to me. This will probably be, you know, for stabbing into something thick and cutting it, maybe some cardboard. Depends on how it turns out, how the edge turns out. I do know that I might have to find this is probably 1/8 of an inch thick, so I probably have to find an 1/8 inch drill bit, you know, color this up, mark the center out on it. That way I can grind down to the center good. Might do something up here on the tip too when I get to it, you know, bevel it down on both sides so that, you know, just to help it pierce a little better. Probably gonna need some advice on getting a little bit of heat out, or a little bit of the hardness out of this. I know that you can heat it up in an oven and do certain things and get it how you want it, but I really don't have a clue. I imagine there's tons and tons of videos to watch on this, but I'm trying to do it without watching any videos on how to do it. Like I said, I've used the Dremel a lot. I finally did break my grinder out so that I could get a lot more of this off, but I'm keeping it really cool. I'm dipping it in water a lot. That way it's not going to heat up so much, and then I won't have any hardness, but I doubt I do that, because I'm sure I'd have to get a lot hotter than what I'm getting it. Still got to do some work back here that I don't like really. Straighten this up, but I'm thinking once I get it all, you know, figured out, worked out, it ought to be a nice pokey stabbing knife, like I said. I'm hoping anyways. That's the goal on it. I'd like to get it all roughed out tomorrow to get that out of the way. Then I'll get my drill press out, find me a drill bit, mark them out. Probably well, I'll probably have to go slow on that. Might go through a couple bits actually, because this thing is, man, it's still hard as can be. But that's alright, because I'm going to get there. I'm pretty determined. I really hate to leave a project not done, so it will get finished. But that's about it for now. We're going to just keep thinking about it and working on it. Everybody keep checking back for updates. See how this thing is going. I might do another one tomorrow if I get as far as I want to on it, because then I can really start getting into the final touches and getting everything how I'd like to have it. That's the goal anyways. We'll see how that goes tomorrow. Do have a couple things coming in the mail sometime, not sure when. One of them, a guy told me would take a while to get here, and it appears it might be turning out that way. Got Loser's Prize sent out, sent him a few extra things in there that he may not be prepared for or ready for when he opens it, but I think he'll like it. Might get a good laugh out of it. Everybody just keep checking back, watching. Check for more videos, more updates. I'm going to be showing something else I just got in yesterday that, well, might make Loser a little bit mad because I didn't have one at the time, but it is a new zombie coin. But I do want to get one shipwrecked first and see how it turns out before I show it. Everybody have a great evening, morning, whatever time you watch this. Have a blessed day. Appreciate anybody that watches. Just like, subscribe. I hate saying that, you know it. But yeah, just keep watching back and see what happens.